Hello, this is 3 is a magic number, and this is a video about the day sign of Cain, also known as Reed, within the Mayan calendar. The Yucatan name for Cain sign is Ben, and this right here will be a quick, or rather short video to quickly get you acquainted with the energy and significance of this day sign. So the sign of Cain is a very powerful energy. It is one where people have this enormous sense of self-confidence that is quite unshakable. There's definitely a lot of inner strength, internal strength, and deep inner knowing going on here. And you can liken the energy of Cain to a tree in the trunk of a tree. How a tree is very strong and very rooted in the earth. It stands very firm. That's how these people are. They're very, very confident, high levels of self confidence, high levels of this inner strength, and they're able to sustain many difficulties of life and continue having a positive attitude. Uh, Within the Maya calendar, there's 20 day signs, and the sign of Cain is quite the paternal energy. It has leader or fatherly kind of energies going on about it. Now, Cain sign people, they like to respond to all challenges. They may be very successful because they are very talented and they have a very deep sense of passion. Passionate towards the things that they love to do. They have a strong sense of passion and they like to fight for principles that they believe in. Just think about the strength and firmness and the the assertiveness of a tree, the assertiveness of a tree to stay in its place and to stay rooted and to stand its ground. Think about that when I say that they like to, fight for principles that they stand by. The Cain energy is definitely, very earthly. Um, they have a strong connection to, let's say, the physical in a sense because they're rooted as such as a tree is. They stand just like the body of a 1,000-year-old tree trunk. Like I said, strong character, unshakable confidence, and hardships in life make them stronger and they grow from them very well. Especially if you compare them to other people with different um, types of energy signatures, they know how to really take the lessons from their mistakes and their defeats and make themselves stronger. Uh, they may have sometimes a tough outlook on life at times, but they are very compassionate people and they can be very healing as well. They definitely do also love to educate themselves as well as they can, and sometimes they can be lucky to be able to receive good education or let's say good information. Yeah, excuse me, I had a cough there. You have a strong logic, strong leadership skills, and you can say that the logic comes from the element of earth likes to understand things. It's one of the aspects of earth energy. There's a masculine side to it where it likes to think about how when you experience the earth, you know where it is. There is a sense of security that comes with it. And like I said, these people being very earthly, um, earthly needs are definitely very important for them, as it is for everyone else. But they have, um, let's say, there are certain people who are more physical than others in terms of, let's say, their love language. It can come out that way more apparently because basic needs, of course, everyone needs to get them. But pay attention to their inner sense of their connection to the physical that is strong. Now, what I wanted to say with regards to having a strong logic, within the Maya-Kalender, the intellect or logic is, or the mind, is quite often connected to earthly energies. The day sign of Earth is a day sign for people who have abundant mental, let's say their attention is very much within their mind, whether they're drifting to the past or the future. They enjoy very much to exist in their minds, let's say. And logic, to tie it together, it resonates with a certain security, with a certain. Think about when you're able to hold the soil in your hands and just grasp it and hold it and contain it. Think of whenever you're able to hold anything that is physical in your hands. You know, that is what it feels like as a metaphor when you understand something, when you grasp something. That's how we say in English, I grasp it. You know, there's a certain sense of being able to contain something within your limitations, contain something within your limbs, within your fingers, and almost control it in a sense. It's a subtle feeling that's going on here. So when people like to understand something, or they say I want to understand something, they're really trying to be able to wrap their minds around it the same way they wrap their hands around the soil or anything that is physical. That is why there's a connection between someone who is very earthly or earth based and someone who has a strong logic or a strong sense of, I'd like to understand this, I'd like to understand that. They will definitely be um, using their intellect a lot. Even when you think about the difference between the sexes, excuse me again, the difference between the sexes energetically, men and women. Women generally have more of water energy, the water element within them. They're more fluid. They like to experience life. Men have more of the earth element activated within them. They like to understand life. You know, one is moving more with the logic, the woman is moving more with the water element. We can go on and explain that, but let's stick to the cane energy. So I just wanted to give a deeper perspective on the strong logic aspect. And logic is also one thing that can make people feel certain with what they know. Once they fully understood it, they're very certain, they're strong with it. That goes back to the firmness that you have within the day sign of Cain or Reed, the Cain energy. Also, we have here is, like I said, leadership. Think of a strong tree, someone that many people can lean on or lean towards or count on. Whenever you go outside, the trees that you like are always going to be planted where they are. They're never going to move or shift. They're going to be where you last saw them every other day. You can always count on a tree. Same way these people are, you can count on them, or they can be playing leadership kind of roles in their life or within their family. They're very intelligent, brave, productive. They have strong principles, like I said. Uh, and because of their courage and bravery or boldness, they can like to take risks. You know, they can be pioneers at times. Other sides of their spiritual essence is they are a protector and a guiding light for the home and the family. Like I said, it's a very paternal energy. Um, they're quite family conscious. Okay, the energy of Cain sign likes to direct its attention towards the family or the home or the domestic circumstances. That's why I said it's like a fatherly type of energy, because it's also masculine, and then this whole context. And men play the role of the protector and provider within the family. So you can also find Cain energy to employ the attributes of being a disciplined hard worker. They can also be able to assist the community at large as well, because the community is an extension of the family unit. It's many family units coming together. So within the community, they can be strong community leaders. Other signs that are sensitive to the community are the day sign of eagle, day sign of storm, day sign of crocodile to a degree, and also the day sign of, if I could add one more, what would it be? Monkey and road sign as well. Respectively, very sensitive to the community. But in terms of community leadership roles, like being a patriarch or matriarch for a community, you will definitely find storm signs, cane signs, um, and monkey signs up in there. The weak point, though, for people who are cane signs at times, because they're very strong and firm, they may sometimes lack flexibility. They may lack flexibility with their views or attitudes towards other people. And sometimes it can cause issues, within marriages or at work. So it's important to make sure one is not too bossy or stubborn or too tough. They should remember to also let some things go at times. And this is where the feminine water energy is good at. It's very good at being receptive and allowing. Um, Sometimes if the cane energy goes wrong, and we're talking about the shadow qualities here, one may have a desire, if this is their day sign, they may desire isolation or to withdraw themselves from everyone else or retreat. Sometimes become fearful of the unknown instead of being bold and brave. Sometimes they may have limited reference points because they are stubborn and closed-minded instead of being open to learning as they naturally are meant to be. And at times they can also be oversensitive. These are the shadows, the possible shadows for cane signs. And the best way to confront these is to have some compassion for yourself and radiate that to others. And view life as a sacred journey and allow yourself to bravely explore it and continue to face the challenges that are on your path. Cane sign people should not be discouraged if their life has multiple challenges, if it seems to be the case. Simply learn the lessons from that, stay strong, and yeah, cut through that bullshit. One thing I wanted to say, what did I have to say? Yeah, let's go over here to the Maya calendar and look at this is the tree of life for the day sign of Cain, and the date of today is October the 8th, 2021. And this is basically the day sign tree of life chart for today. Now if you're new to Mayan calendar or Mayan astrology, as some would call it, this might look a little confusing to you because I know there's a lot of pictures on the screen. Don't get too worried about all this. If you want to, you can look up basics of Mayan astrology. It's a video on my channel. I'll link it below so you can understand how to read a tree of life chart. But what we're looking at here, and what I want to touch on a little bit, is the fact that the feminine sign for Cain is storm, and storm is a sign that generally is invested within the community. One may call it the universal community as a nickname. So Cain sign people, like I said, they care about the community, they care about family and home matters. And their masculine sign is deer. And masculine sign is a sign that is very outward, very assertive in the world. And deer sign is a very has a very strong masculine signature to it. So like I said, Cain signs have masculine and fatherly energy. They're very fatherly. So you can when you mix the masculine sign with the family home based feminine sign, what you have is a fatherly type, kind of figure or kind of person. Now let's not go too deep into the tree of life. I don't want to confuse you. And let's keep this video short. This is a simple breakdown of the Cain sign. If you enjoyed it, I'm going to make more, or you can make your own requests. And if you would like to receive um, a Mayan day sign reading from me, definitely check the links below the description in the description of this video, and you can get a reading from me on my store. The site I'm on right now that you see on the screen is mymayansign.com, and it is a good site to go to for information on Mayan astrology, or the Mayan calendar as it should be called. Many sites are not very trustworthy with the information, so beware of that. MyMayansign.com is the one site that I do trust that has reliable information on the calendar. So definitely go ahead and check them out as well. And thank you for watching this video. Take care.